So, I think we are live now. And welcome everyone to ChatLoopBackOff Cloud Native Live, where we dive into the cloud behind Cloud Native. I am Saloni Narang, and I am a CNCF Ambassador and co founder at QSimplify. I will be your host today. Every week, we bring a new set of presenters to showcase how to work with cloud native technologies. They will build things, they will break things, and they will answer your questions. In today's session, I am stoked to introduce Sergio, who will be presenting on Kairos. This is an official live stream of the CNCF, and as it is subject to the CNCF Code of Conduct. Please do not add anything to the chat or questions that would be in violation of Code of Conduct. Basically, please be respectful all of your fellow participants and presenters. With that, I'll hand over to Sergio to kick off today's presentation.
Okay. Hi, people. Today we are presenting Kairos, another project from CNCF. This is more related to operating system to run Kubernetes, and you can customize the images a little bit. So let's explore the website to see what we can find, and let's play a little bit there. And well, at the end, I will try to run Kairos on a Raspberry Pi. So I have let me show you. I have my Raspberry Pi here, and I am using the OBS to display the screen. I have some keyboard there just in case, but let's see what happens with regular virtual machines. So let's see in the website. It's kairos.io. More than an H operating system. Looks like interesting. It says transforming your system and preferred Kubernetes distribution into a secure, bootable image for each devices. So that's my reason to explore with the Raspberry Pi. I'm going to use a Raspberry Pi 4B, not the 5. It also, I was reading a little bit, and it also says that doesn't support the Raspberry Pi 5. So I think that we are going to be fine playing with this. Okay. So there are different kind of distributions for Kairos. Let's say that the Kairos is operating system based on something. So you can have Kairos based on Ubuntu, on Fedora, Alpine, and let's see what another flavors: OpenSUSE, Ubuntu, and Rocky Linux. We are going to explore the one that is based on Ubuntu, because I don't know. I think that it's more maybe stable or ready for Raspberry Pi, as I was testing in the past. Okay, so here we can find the welcome of Kairos. Okay, what makes Kairos different? That's important. It says customizable to your needs. Maybe you can use it for CI/CD pipelines. On day to day right now, ARM, let's say, or ARM devices or microprocessors are pretty common uses to reduce a little bit of the cost on your workloads, especially on CI/CD. So Kairos, I think that is going to play something important there. But let's see what makes Kairos different. Okay, customizable, consistent, and secure. Sounds like pretty nice. Easy to install. We are going to see, is this easy to install? um, it's optimized for Kubernetes, and it's a sandbox project. Important. And here is the community in Slack, the GitHub, and the LinkedIn. LinkedIn, okay. So let's explore a little bit here about the repo. Okay, has 1.4 thousand stars, 110 forks, some people watching, 52 contributors. Um, Also, I know one of the containers, Mauro Morales, I think. Okay, so let's see what we can find on the quick start. If you have like hi Salvador, greetings from Guatemala. I was like reading also the comments. Okay, so here you can find a video. Let me increase the font size a little bit. Okay, it's a getting started. Learn how to deploy. Immutable Linux distribution, prerequisites, a virtual machine, VirtualBox, KVM, VMware. Something that let's say that yesterday I was like installing my hypervisors, virtual machine managers, and I was also playing a little bit with Windows. Original, I thought to try to test the things on Windows, but I think that I am safer on Mac. I am using an Intel one, no, not a M1, M2, or something like that. But something important in order to create a virtual machine with Kairos is the disk space. I was like, um, I lost literally a lot of time trying to create a virtual machine with less of that space. That's wrong. That's one of the first issues that you are going to have when running Kairos. You need, I think that I was testing with 20 gigabytes. 30 well, it depends on what you are doing, right? Because Kairos includes K3S and K9S, but it depends on how many containers you are going to deploy on your single node cluster. So I think that that space is going to depend on what you are going to deploy and things like that. Something that I was like looking for is that maybe here you have to download an ISO image to run on your um, hypervisor. I am going to use VirtualBox, and also I found that here is not the image, but something that you have to take care about. I'm going to mute a little bit the this is the tutorial. Sometimes I think that happens that in the projects when you look at the videos and things like that, they are using like the last versions, or there is something that maybe you can take care about what they are doing on the video. So let's explore a little bit the video. I am going to play this on really fast. Okay. Something that I recommend just for testing purposes is that in your VirtualBox, if you don't have experience with virtual machines, I will recommend to have all set by default. But in VirtualBox in specific, you can choose which device do you want to run. It's like a regular desktop machine, let's say, when you can boot from a hard disk or you can boot to an optical device. Let's say that in the past we were using like CDs and DVDs and that kind of stuff. So when you are loading the ISO image, you are going to emulate a compact disc or a CD. So you have to choose the optical uh, because the first time you are running the thing like a live CDs was a kind of old term, let's say the live CD. So you are going to run that distribution in order to install like temporary in a temporary way. So you are going to run everything on optical once you install the content that is in the CD to the hard disk, you have to disable the optical device. So I think that something important here to use Kairos is to understand how to create virtual machines, right? So just explain a little bit. So you have to simulate a disk, maybe a SATA disk in the part of the controllers. Here you have to create the hard disk, let's say, with 20 gigabytes is going to run okay. It's suggested to run 35 gigabytes. And the ID controller is the live CD. So you have to check live CD in order to load the content there. Audio doesn't matter. Networking, I am going to suggest that maybe you can use two adapters. The NAT is the one that is going to use the the local internet connection, or let's say I am connected right now to a Wi-Fi network. So with NAT is going to use that Wi-Fi network in order to get access to the internet. We are not going to cover in this show like the air gapped environments. An air gapped environment is an environment that you can use, well, where you don't have internet access connection, so that's different. And maybe it's a good idea to add a second adapter or a second network device, let's say, as a bridge adapter. What that it means is that it's going to create a device and it's going to set an IP address in the same network where your machine is running. So in that way, I can access everything that is installed inside by running SSH there because it's in the same network. If not, I can access the IP address that my Wi-Fi connection using NAT is going to set to the new virtual machine. So the only way to access to the machine is going to be through the UI from your hypervisor. Um, Let me see. Okay. Serial ports, you can set all that by default. Okay. With that explained, let's continue watching to the video, just like pretty fast. 2x, they are going to download the ISO image. Something that is important is that in the GitHub repository, let me see. Okay. The GitHub repository, because you saw that the ISO image was not there, but you can go to the repo called Kairos in the Kairos -io in the releases here. You can just let me increase the font. Okay. You have here several options that you can use. In the video, they suggest, let me see, they are using certain ISO image. He's going to use the Ubuntu. I am using the Intel one, the x86. So let's see. Okay. Okay, let's pause there. He's using the Ubuntu standard and the LTS version, right? I was like testing different images, also the Alpine, but there is like a kind of QR or something like that, that like a kind of option that Kairos have. But I think that this one is like the easier one to install. I was like trying with the Alpine, but it seems like has a lot of options. So more options, something more complicated, maybe not. Okay, so you have to use that image. Where you can find it? On the releases. Here is Kairos dash, the name of the distribution, Alpine, Debian, Fedora, OpenSUSE, let me see, Rocky Linux, Ubuntu 22.04, and it's this one, right? The Ubuntu 24.04, and the ISO is this. Is no, it's not the core, it's the standard version, the one that weighs 188 gigabytes, right? More or less. So you have to download there that thing. Okay, let's continue with the video. I will try to run this on a virtual machine. If everything goes well, we are going to try to run the thing on the Raspberry Pi. Also, if you have questions or is your first time using virtual machines, let's talk about that. Okay, here he's using like the what's the name of this thing? The virtual machine manager from Linux. He is using KVM. In this case, I am using VirtualBox. I was also testing the virtual machines on the VMware Workstation Pro. Runs really nice, especially on Windows 11. That is pretty unstable right now. Uh, but you have to take care about the the disk space or the hard disk size that you are going to use. Okay, let's see. 25 suggested 35. I think that, well, just my opinion, 35 gigabytes is a lot, especially let's say for a Raspberry Pi or an Edge device. I think that should be less. Who knows? But I that was the reason I was like testing this, and I thought that because let's say you are running a Raspberry Pi 8 gigabytes, no more. But I think that with the RAM is okay. With the disk space, or maybe too small, right? To have like I was testing with 8 gigabytes. Okay, TPM is something more related to KVM. Maybe we can explore because this is like a live, right? TPM meaning I don't know what is TPM, to be honest. A trusted platform module, TVM, KVM. Then let me see. Crypto processor ISO. Okay. In the context of computers, kernel-based virtual machine KVM. TVM stands to Trusted Platform Model, a security technology that provides hardware-based security features for computers. It sounds like maybe something like the bootloader that, yes, it sounds something like that. That option that you can find in the BIOS or who knows. Okay, so it's more related to KVM. In this case, for us, doesn't apply. Okay. And other important things, he's using the Intel one. Okay. Kairos. That's the other important thing. Let me back a little bit. Okay. When you are like running the first time, the Kairos is going to use the bootloader, the grub, and you have like several options. The manual is like just enter in the live CD mode, and you have to move everything manually, etc. But with the Kairos interactive style, is going to run and a script once it loads everything it has to load, right? I haven't tested the remote, the boot, debug, or something like that. So maybe we can explore that options. Okay, if you haven't set up your hypervisor or your virtual machine monitor in the correct way, it's not going to load. So be careful of that. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's your configuration with your virtual machine. Okay, so here it's going to show this. Um, it's going to show the device of your disk. This is going to depend in your virtual machine monitor you are using, because in this example is going to show a device or disk that is BDA, but in case of VirtualBox is SDA because it's a SATA disk. So it's going to show something different. So you have to target the device. You have to set the user. I think that I recommend to use the user Kairos and password Kairos just for testing purposes. Okay, how it's different from Talos? Good questions. Well, let's explore this. Oh my god, I have like Talos, uh, vs Kairos. No, Talos, Kubernetes. Just 1 minute review to give you my opinion. Uh, I think that the different stuff about Kairos is that you can customize the image, but I think that is available also for, oh my god, original. Okay, sorry, it was showed on Spanish. Okay, what is Kairos? Kubernetes minimal image based OS, 50 megabytes. Okay, so it seems that the difference between Talos and Kairos is that Kairos is a kind of, you have like base image, but also a complete image of an operating system that you can customize. But it seems that Talos is more like the solution ready, so you don't have to do nothing else, right? And as I was looking really fast, Kairos is more edge oriented. So it seems that Talos looks more like powerful in cases of data centers. Ah, okay, yeah, 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 that's true. Okay, I think that there are a lot of conversation around the the chat, but yeah, something like that. As looking as really fast, I noticed that difference. So let's say, for example, if you want, well, let's continue here. It's going to ask you for the device, the password, user and first password. Um, I think that is going to give you access through SSH if you set your user configured in your local machine. First time when I was reading that, I didn't understand it, but right now I understand when once I saw the video. Mesh support. I don't have idea. Maybe a multi-node cluster or mesh like I don't know EPF or something like that. Yeah, yeah, that's true. The online link, yes. Okay, so mesh support is going to be no, and enable K3S, yes. By default, is going to install K9S and K3S. Okay, okay. Then you have to restart the thing and remove the ISO image. So let's see what happens. Let's try. Okay, because I was like testing. Uh, yeah, I am going to show something that is interesting about Kairos. Okay, just explore the thing here. Okay, it's running like in an optical. First, the display. I recommend to put some memory just for testing purposes. Audio doesn't matter. Networking, yes. NAT and bridge. Serial ports, USB, that's okay. Okay, general. This storage, 20 gigabytes. Let's delete the let's delete the image. Oh my god. I hope that is going to work this thing. Okay, just for the because okay, let me see. Virtual machines. Just let me uh, go to because I don't know how many space do I have. Okay, virtual machines, Alpine test. No, I am good. Oh, okay. I think that this is going to here we have a lot of disks. Just let me remove this a little bit. One disk, two disks. BDI. Okay, I hope that this is not okay. It's just 7 gigabytes, and I have 66. Okay, I am going to be fine. Okay, let's create a disk here. Um, yes, let me see. Optical device. Okay, I'm going to create a new disk. Let's put it as well. Alpine test 3. That's okay. I think that with 20 gigabytes, well, as the manual says, 35 gigabytes. Okay. So this sounds good to me. Finish. Choose the disk. I am using this. I am using. Here is the place where you have to choose which ISO image. Of course, you have to download the ISO image, but takes a little bit of time. So yeah, I am going to use the Kairos Ubuntu 24.04. Okay, and I am going to run this as a live CD. And let's see what happens. Okay. Here is maybe the complicated part. Just let me see more questions. Okay. If you are running inside a virtual machine, it's required to have a net. No, it's not necessary. No. It's not necessary. Um, that's not necessary. I think that Talos, maybe people you can answer me that Talos is a kind of vanilla Kubernetes and is not K3S based. Is that correct? But Kairos is K3S based. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Ah, no, no, no. Wait, 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 wait. Because it's not scaling the the thing. Okay. You can increase the size. Ah, but this is the first time. Okay. Right now it's a little bit small, but once it loads, it's going to increase the size. Let me see. Okay. It's running my virtual machine. Remember, this is pretty important, the disk size. I am going just to run a pod, a simple thing, and not nothing too complicated. Okay, it's loading the thing. Loading. I was like testing with in a Acer Aspire Nitro 5 and runs like pretty nice. And you can play a little bit with the WSL, the Windows system for Linux, and runs nice. But just for the show purposes to be safe, like maybe better to use the Mac. Okay, it's loading. Okay, here as you can see, it's asking me for the device. Okay, SDA is a SATA disk. I'm going to click there to be inside. Okay. Do you want to create a user for SSH? Yes. User to set up Kairos, Kairos, and password Kairos. Okay. The user, just my user. I haven't tested this. Oh, okay. Hold on. Uh, make the user an admin with. Okay. Yes. Do you want to set up a full mesh support? No. I don't know what is that. Do you want to enable K3S? Yes. Are your settings okay? I think that yes. I don't want to see the screen. Oh my god. I want to close my eyes just to see if this runs okay. Oh my god. Starting rsync, okay. Yeah, I give you the only an active. Okay, it says is X4 is something okay. Lester Diaz, I am not a Talos expert, but just I think that their own Kubernetes distribution. Okay, nice. Kairos is BTRFS based, I suppose. Now Sergio is talking to my heart with yeah. Let's say that I buy a Windows machine because I think that is better for live streamings. At least with a Nitro 5, you can get like more ventilation, right? And the Mac is because it's not plastic, suffers like this thermic situation that slows the machine. But Windows 11, oh my god, it's not the best thing. Nice. I have a new challenge then. Yes, take care of the VirtualBox on Windows 11. I was like, oh my god, it's tricky a little bit. I think that for Windows 11, maybe VMware Workstation Pro is better. Yeah. So Mauro, you can add that test or comments to the installation. I think that is safer using the VMware Workstation Pro instead of VirtualBox, at least on Windows 11. Okay, so it's installing. It's installing. Just to get that conclusion yesterday was like, oof, oh my god, a lot of complications. Sorry. So okay, was finished. Sorry, I didn't saw the the terminal here. Okay, so here let's shut down the machine. Maybe reboot. Sorry, I am an old user about Linux. Okay, so it's going to return to the bootloader. Let's turn off the virtual machine and let's move to change. It's something that Maura mentions. I think that Mauro is the one that creates the video. Mentions to remove the uh, remove the configuration to load from the CD. So right now we are going to boot into the hard disk. I think that Mauro is going to change the thing here, or maybe not. Okay. Now let's go. Yeah, the CD. That exactly. Just let me. Okay, here. The storage. Okay. No, no, no. Wait. Okay. Optical disk. No, this time hard disk. Yes. Please don't move a lot here. If not, it's not going to work. Or it depends on your machine. Um, Also in Windows with the VMware Workstation Pro, you have to install the Hyper-V hypervisor on Windows. I use a lot of Linux and Mac. All the I think that most of the time, but yesterday I was trying to test this thing on Windows to see what happens. Okay, right now it's going to boot from the disk. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let's put from Kairos. Okay, I think that is going to take some time. No, hold on. Okay. I don't know. I think that later is going to scale the machine. It's something that I really don't understand sometimes. Okay, so here is supposed that is Kairos and Kairos. Okay. Sudo suppose that is installed the K3s. I think that is taking a lot of time. Hold on. Because it's like K3s. Let me see. Okay. K3s. Let me see. Sudo K3s kubectl get nodes. I think that maybe the first time can take like a little bit of time. Oh, okay. It's there. Name box ready, control plane master. Okay. So let me see. Uh, let me see. Update. I am going to install the NetTools. Uh, oh my god. Is the yeah sudo apt get install. Oh my god. Install. Oh, net. Oh my god. Net net dash tools. Okay. Yeah. No, because we know K3S. I was like, oh, we need to use sudo all the time. But I am going to show something else. I think that my bridge is not working. Ah, yeah, it's working. Okay. Just I want to explore something. Okay, so as you can see, this Kairos is based on on Ubuntu, so you can install Ubuntu stuff. I think that if I wrote IP addresses. No, sorry, the virtual machines is not the a cool stuff like. I think that I can also load keys S. Wait. I'm going to. This is the Spanish keyboard, right? Let me see if it works. I am looking for the pipe. Ah, SP. What's the name? Okay. Okay. Sweet. I have the okay. I was looking to IP address pipe less. I am looking for the okay. This the ENP068 192. Okay, we are going to SSH to the virtual machine just to see the power of Kairos. Is Kairos 192 168 06. Yes, Kairos. Okay, boom. I am in Kairos right now with the SSH. What else? Okay, sudo k3s kubectl create deploy my deploy um, image equal nginx, right? Okay, deployment created. Should be nice, like you say, no, like K3s should be like without sudos, right? And kubectl ready. Kubectl get nodes. Sorry, get deploy. That's the name. Oh, it takes a lot of time. Okay, get deploy. It's a little bit slow in the virtual machine. Um, just let me see. Maybe we can port forward, port forward, deploy, my deploy, um, 80. It's like that, right? 00. Okay, let me see if I remember the command because I am not a astronaut. Okay, 6806. Okay, should be in the same network. Let me see, 0680. Ah, patch not found. Let me see why. Okay, it should be there. Let me see. Okay, let me see if wait, hold on. Curl, just to see how it moves. Maybe it's my mistake. 06. It's working. The curious thing, yeah, maybe because it's the 80 port, or maybe it was not ready. Okay, it works. So I am connecting the Kairos to my local network. Um, Let me see. Kairosify with a okay. Yeah, I wonder if you can send the parameters to the. No, but you can run without sudo with an alias. Yeah, we can do it that with an alias, like alias k3s kubectl. We can do it. Yeah, that was the reason. So I moved that to another port. What else? Let's see how it goes with a Raspberry Pi really fast. Let's see if we have time. Let's see what happens in 5 minutes. Or at least let's move to the process. Okay, so I already connected this to the Raspberry Pi, to the I have to but I have to download the Kairos with the Balena. Where did I read it up? Let me see. Releases. Oh my god, I need help with this. Uh, where I read it this? Because was a balena. Wait, hold on. In the here, no, in the beginning, in the Raspberry version, right? Ah, but doesn't have like Docker pull. No, but I don't need this. No. No. Hold on. Because I just only need an image that supports ARM, right? So should be Kairos ARM 64 should be no, but not Fedora. I don't trust Fedora. Should be, let me see, Ubuntu What? Ubuntu standard. Okay. This one, let's see. Okay. It's downloading the image. It's going to take 3 minutes. Let's read success with the VM. Very cool, Sergio Mendez. I got it. Suffering with virtual machines. Let's see if I can do it that in 5 minutes before 3 minutes to end the show with the Raspberry Pi. I think that I forgot. Oh, no. This is AMD. Wait. Is our ARM, the ARM version. The Ubuntu Core standard. Let me see. Standard. Standard. Yeah, the ARM version. But if you have questions, yeah, this is the correct image. Yeah, it was nice. Just reading like maybe this is not like, well, it's a little bit complicated, but not as complicated because I teach operating systems and we play a lot with virtual machines. But to be honest, I haven't played with virtual machines like maybe 2 years ago, maybe. But let's see, 1 minute. Let's see if could be like at least load the image in the Raspberry Pi. That's enough for me. What time is it? Is let me see.
We still have
Ah,
6 minutes. Yeah, five
yeah.
minutes.
I think that 3 minutes to install Kairos on a Raspberry Pi. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see what happens.
yeah, it's about to download in few seconds.
Yeah. 80 seconds. Okay. Okay, Maro. Let's see if this can run on a Raspberry Pi. Oh my God, it's taking a lot of time the last minute. I haven't using what's the name? H Balena or something like that. Ah, Balena Etcher. Yeah, and to be honest, between yesterday night and today, I was like, mostly my problems were with the virtual machine monitors, with the hypervisors. Okay, let's see. Because all the people want to see this ARM 64. Okay. Flash. Ah. Ooh, let's see what happens. 1 minute. Just let's see if this can load. Something that I didn't mention that is really cool is that I don't know if it's available right now, but you can access the installer of Kairos via using the website, using the browser, sorry. It's a really cool stuff. It's something that I really like. Let me see the Balena. Okay, validating, skip validation, and eject. Woohoo! Okay, let's see if this baby can run some on the Raspberry Pi. Let's turn on the Raspberry. Okay, right now it's turned on. Um, okay, it's loading. Insert the SD card. Pretty interesting. Let me see. Let me try again. It should works. Insert SD card. Hmm. It looks like this running here, but let me see. Yeah, I think that is like possible. Let me see. Maybe it's like this card. OBS. No, I think that is the H balena has the problem. Let's try again. Yeah, I think that it's time. So, well, maybe I can post how it goes with the Raspberry Pi on a separate video and share it
Mhm.
with the Kairos people.
Yeah, but everyone can reach out to Sergio for further doubts, and yeah, you can contact him later. I really enjoyed seeing Kairos live, Sergio. It was a nice, fun session to explore Kairos with you. And thanks for joining us. It was a wonderful session. Thanks everyone for joining us. See you in the next chat.